Co or cow silver says, could you please explain the meaning of account for in this sentence? I can allow you freedom, but I cannot account for it. I would like to have more context to really explain what this is about, but let's talk about to account for something in general. Okay? Now, to account for something is kind of related to accounting. Accounting is what? Well, this is keeping track of where things are, like money. Numbers, we know what is spent on what, the money coming in, the money going out. So when we see all of this add up, and what we thought we spent is what is actually spent, and what we thought we made is what is actually made, we say, okay, everything's accounted for. Okay, so we can understand that as a general, what I expect to find when I look further into this is what I find. But if I find that something is there and I don't know why, then we say it's unaccounted for. And that could be stretched to mean I didn't consider that. So let me try to explain a couple of examples. Okay. If someone says we're going to go on a hiking trip, okay, we're going to go on a hiking trip, and maybe it's a one-day trip, okay, but we didn't remember that the higher you go up a mountain, if it's in the mountains, the colder it gets, and the more likely it is that there could be snow. Above the snow line, there's sometimes snow in the winter. In the summer, rather, not the winter. Of course, there's snow in the winter. In the summer, right? Okay. So in that case, we saw in the weather report, oh, it's going to be a sunny, warm day. Great. Let's go hiking. We get some friends together. We drive out to the hiking trail. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. We're walking along, and the incline starts to go up, 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 up. Then we start to feel cold. Very cold. Very, very cold. 30 minutes later, we're freezing. I thought it was supposed to be a nice day. It is a nice day down there because we're hiking so high up that it's getting colder. Maybe we're above the tree line. Is it the tree line or the snow line? Might be the tree line. The tree line is so high that trees don't grow above it. It's really cold, and there might be snow up there. So then someone says, getting back to the point, oh, yes, I checked the weather, but I guess I didn't account for the altitude. I didn't account for the difference in temperature. If you're going up a mountain, there's going to be a difference in temperature. Well, not every mountain, but if it's a fairly tall mountain, there's going to be a difference in temperature. I didn't account for that. That means in my calculations of preparing for this, that didn't enter my equation. That didn't enter my preparations for this hiking trip. I didn't account for it. I didn't consider it. So there it's basically like, didn't think of that, didn't consider it. But the other way we use this is closer to the accounting sense. Something is there, but we don't know why it's there. We don't know where it came from perhaps. We don't know its origin. We don't know what it's supposed to be there for. Okay, so what would be an example of that in daily life? Well, let's say that there's a large gathering, a big event, okay? And since we're on the theme of cold weather, let's just use this, okay? There's, at this event, it's an indoor thing, right? A row of hooks. And people come in and they put their coat on the hook. And then they go in, it's this event, playing Twister, or I don't know what they're doing in there. It's an event. Don't ask me for the details. This is a fictional thing. I'm talking about the coats. Now, it's over. It ends. 3 hours later, time to go home. There's still a coat on the hook, one coat. Everybody has left. So this coat is unaccounted for. I don't know why it's here. It wasn't here before the event, but it's here now after the event, but everyone is gone. So there's a mismatch between the reality and what I would expect, which would be that one coat equals one person. That all the coats would match all the people because there were no coats before. And of course, I understand that it's probably because someone forgot their coat. But when I post a notice into the group chat where everyone is later, hey, there's one coat on the coat rack that's still unaccounted for. Does anybody know whose it is? I can use that phrase as a way to suggest that I don't understand why it's here, and I'm trying to find its owner. Okay. Actually, I understand why it's here, because someone forgot it. But I'm just trying to give a simple example that communicates the idea. So account for something, it's usually used in those two ways. Now, going back to this example, explain the meaning of account for in this sentence. I can allow you freedom, but I cannot account for it. I need more to fully understand it, but it's something like I can allow you freedom, but I can't explain it. I cannot explain to you why you have it. That needs context. To really understand what that means, I can't just say, oh, let me tell you everything about this. I need more context. This is one thing where people send me a single sentence and they'll say, hey, tell me what this means. I don't know this phrase. This phrase could mean 10 different things. How can I know? Because I'm an English teacher, I must immediately know everything. I get one phrase and it's, what is this? Things are contextual. What is around it? What are the sentences around it? What's happening in this story? I need more before I can say for sure. I think it means can't explain it, can't tell you why it is this way, but that could be totally wrong simply because I don't have the full context. So, if you guys want me to really give a full answer for this sort of example sentence, make sure to include some context. But I hope you have a better understanding of the two common ways that we use account for, both very common. And actually, there are some other uses as well, which are less common, but those are the ones that are really common. Guys, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. That really helps out the channel. Much appreciated. Also, don't forget to check out my full courses in the links in the description.